sensitivity. Floss daily. Flossing protects your mouth from developing plaque, which can make you more prone to problems like heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and oral cancer. At Smile Expressions, we welcome new patients. Contact us today, 575-746-1900.
I can't believe I just scratched that car. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here, too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent, too?
It's called service.
In Artesia, contact Sandy Stockton at 575-748-1111. Since 2019, Spur Energy Partners has remained dedicated to the markets we operate in, including right here in Artesia, New Mexico. We take pride in our community and strive to be responsible citizens by supporting our local economy, schools, and families. That's why Spur Energy Partners is thrilled to bring the Artesia Bulldog broadcasts to you. Wishing the Bulldogs the best of luck and safe travels. Play hard with Bulldog pride. This message courtesy of Spur Energy Partners. Hey Artesia Bulldog fans, are you ready to unleash the spirit of victory this season? Tate Branch Auto Group is proud to stand alongside the Bulldogs as they charge onto the field, court, and track. Just like our commitment to delivering top-notch vehicles and service, your dedication and passion for the Bulldogs inspire us every day. Visit Tate Branch Auto Group today, either in person or online, because when it comes to supporting the Bulldogs, we're all in. Tate Branch Auto Group, revving up the Bulldog pride. Go Bulldogs!
There really is no one quite like you, and no one quite like the ones you love. At Turpinning & Son Mortuary, they take pride in providing families with the best service possible. The phrase, "we make it personal," is not just a tagline. It's the way they conduct themselves every day as they honor the ones you love in their own unique and special way. Located at 611 West Grand in Artesia. Visit artesiafunerals.com to learn more. Turpinning & Son Mortuary, proudly serving our community and your family since 1954.
Do you know what the hardest part of dealing with the roofer is? Just trying to get them on the phone. Jennifer here from Trustmark Roofing, and I want you to know that you can always trust Trustmark Roofing to answer our phone. Need a free roof inspection? Just call us at 575-755-ROOF and we'll answer with a live person, a real human being. Have a roofing project already going with us and need to discuss it? Just call 575-755-ROOF and we will answer the phone. No answering machine, no voicemails, and no weird robot automated attendant. That's because at Trustmark Roofing, we're all about relationships and treating people right. That's true for customers and vendors and insurance companies and employees. Anyone and everyone who comes in contact with our company. So if you have any roofing needs at all, trust Trustmark to treat you right and to answer the phone. Our number again is 575-755-ROOF or find us online at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Are you looking for a new career? Wilbanks LLC, formerly known as Wilbanks Trucking Services, the same family-oriented company the past 30 years, is seeking dedicated employees. Immediate openings for NCCCO certified crane operators, CDL positions, and riggers are available. Apply online at wilbanks.us or call Darla King at 575-746-6318 or stop by 309 South 20th, Suite 9 in Artesia. Wilbanks LLC offers competitive pay, paid time off, health, dental, vision, and retirement benefits. Starting wages are determined by experience. Equal opportunity employer. deep heritage in oil and gas, Abo Empire is focused on safe and effective energy development in New Mexico. We will continue to make strategic investments in this industry to promote the economic and environmental well-being of our company, our partners, and our communities. We are continuing the Yates tradition. From John Yates Jr., Cynthia Yates Price, and their families, we are your partners in the community and proud supporters of Artesia Bulldog and Lady Bulldog Sports.
Some wounds need expert care to heal properly. At Artesia General Hospital's Wound Care and Hyperbaric Medicine Center, we use advanced treatments like hyperbaric oxygen therapy to help chronic wounds heal faster. If you or a loved one has a wound that won't heal, call 575-736-8235 today and take the first step toward recovery.
If you need a Kubota that works and plays hard, stop looking. You'll find everything you need at Amigo Machinery. When it comes to tough Kubota tractors, mowers, construction equipment, and utility vehicles, all with low-rate financing, Amigo Machinery is your one-stop shop. We are passionately committed to providing our customers with the highest quality products, most innovative solutions, and services delivered with integrity and professionalism. Stop by Amigo Machinery in Roswell or see us online at amigo-machinery.com.
There is a difference.
When was the last time a bank asked you about your needs or your goals? When you're a member of Artesia Credit Union, you get to use your money for something more important than fees and finance charges. You get to use your money for you. Membership is open to anyone who calls New Mexico home. Become a member of Artesia Credit Union today and see what your partners can do for you. North 5th Street in Artesia or online at artesiacu.org. Artesia Credit Union, member NCUA.
There is a difference.
Sometimes that dog barking is an Artesia Bulldog preparing for victory. Most of the time, however, it's probably just the family pet asking for attention. Artesia Animal Clinic provides a full range of services for just about any size pet or animal. Our new clinic has been expanded to provide better quality of care, including an in-house laboratory, radiology, surgery, herd health, and more. So the next time your pet looks like they could use some extra care, come by Artesia Animal Clinic in our newly remodeled and expanded facility at 110 West Mahone Drive. Once again, the best-selling truck in America for the 47th consecutive year is Ford F-150. Nobody sells more trucks than Ford, and nobody has a better selection of new and certified pre-owned Ford trucks than Artesia Ford Sales. Our inventory of Ford F-150 trucks has never been better. Plus, Artesia Ford has a great selection of new and certified pre-owned SUVs like Explorer and Expedition. Find out why Ford F-150 is the best-selling truck in America for yourself. Stop by Artesia Ford Sales today or visit artesiaford.com. Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, home-owned and operated for over 50 years, and here for all your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs. Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling has the expertise to install residential, commercial, and industrial air conditioning units, including the conversion of evaporative coolers to refrigerated air.
Earlier games, but Roswell gets that win. They advance to tomorrow night at 7 o'clock against the winner of this ball game. We've got the Deming Wildcats here. Bulldogs, of course, hosting the whole tournament, but they're hosting Deming tonight, and they're getting ready to announce the lineups, but we're ready for some baseball.
We are. It's baseball season. This is the Bulldogs' first game out of 7 games, so I'm sure they're glad to be home.
At home,
and we're glad to have them home so we can watch, and you know, this has always been a fantastic tournament, and other teams love to come here.
Sure.
And we're playing a good opponent tonight also in the Deming Wildcats. They come in at 6-2, and you said you looked and they were ranked number 4 on Max Preps, and we were ranked number 8. So, and that makes a difference in the year-end seeding, but there's still a lot of baseball to be played between now and then. So.
Sure, it's just the beginning of the season. Bulldogs have played 6 games, as you said. Deming has played 8 games, or 6-2, as you said. And so a good matchup tonight for the Artesia Bulldogs, as Deming has the number 4 ranked team on Max Preps. You know, they've got 2 more games than the Bulldogs do. And so looking forward to a good night here at the Brainerd Park. The park has got the new scoreboard up, Lee. Looks fantastic. We got a decent little crowd here for the cold night that it is with the wind blowing. But I'm going to go ahead and give us the starting lineups for the Deming Wildcats. Playing shortstop and batting first is number 9, Max Allison. Number 1 is Daniel Mosier. He's the pitcher, batting in the 2-hole. Batting 3 is the second baseman, number 21, Esteban Mariscal. And that's unusual to see. I'm going to say this. Unusual to see a second baseman batting 3, but sometimes you do.
He's probably a really good hitter.
Yeah, obviously. Batting in that 3-hole. Now, batting number 4 is number 6, Ezra Sainz. He's the first baseman. DHing and batting 5th is number 43, Fabian Ortega. Number 3 in batting 7th is left fielder Jose Duran. The catcher is number 24, Daniel Porras. Batting 8th and center fielder is number 7, Chris Olvera, and he is batting 9th for the Artesia Bulldogs. And I tell you what, we'll come back and get that, is we're going to have the national anthem. So let's go ahead and join in on the national anthem, and we'll come back and give you the starting lineup for the Artesia Bulldogs. All right, we're back here, and we've got the Bulldogs have already been announced. They're about to take the field, and would you turn that number 4 down a little bit? Whoa, we unplugged it. You don't want to have the noise, Jeff? You don't want to have the noise from out in the field? No? Yeah? All right, so for the Artesia Bulldogs, starting lineup goes like this. Playing out in center field and leading off is number 17, Frankie Galindo. Batting second is the shortstop, number 2, Jet Fuentes. You can turn it down a little bit. About to, whoop, it just went off.
Well, because
it's the one that's messed up. All right, batting third is the pitcher, number 12, Jack Byers. Playing first base and batting cleanup, number 9, Dalen Pacheco. The catcher tonight, batting fifth, is number 7, Brant Usherwood. Number 16, Jet Whitmire. We got 2 Jets, and they're both fast. Is playing left field. Number 1 is Diego Morales. He's playing third base. Our right fielder and batting 8th is number 24, Destin Pacheco. And then the number 9 hole playing second base, number 3, Caden Beauregard. So, Lee, one of the things about this team that's coming back here for the Bulldogs this year, several of these players were players last year that started last year.
Right.
And they get the red trophy last year. They go all the way to the state championship game. They end up falling to Grants in a really good game. I was there, got to call that game for KSVP, and there was one inning that was almost mirror image for both teams when they were at bat, and the ball bounced good for Grants, and it bounced bad for us.
That's
baseball. And that's baseball.
Absolutely.
And so we end up getting second place last year. But a lot of these guys that I just announced, they're coming back. And so our team is what I would consider a little bit loaded up.
We're loaded, and I'll give you a little trivia. It's been 25 years, believe it or not, since Artesia Bulldogs have won a state championship in baseball.
So it's been a minute. It's been a quarter of a century.
2000. I was a part. Fortunately, I was a part of the last one as an assistant coach, and it's really hard. It's really hard to get to the state game, which we did. I mean, we've been close the last few years, you know.
Yeah, I think we were in 2 in 5 years, so
right.
We got second both times.
Yeah, it's really hard to get there, but hopefully, knock on wood, this is our year.
Well, what we saw just last weekend was our Artesia Bulldog basketball team goes through the tournament. You get the 2 seed, and they go through and win it all. It was 30 years for them.
Right.
So it was 28 years, because the last time we won it, we've only won it twice in basketball.
Right.
And the last one was 97. What was 30 years was I said 30 because I was thinking of my brother and his son. So Ty was part of the first basketball championship for the Artesia Bulldogs, and his son Cale was part of the third. and 30 years apart, almost to the day.
Wow.
And so, like you said, the Bulldog baseball team, 25 years since, and the season's just starting. For me and you, as far as calling games, it's game one, but they've got some games under their belt. And so it's a new season to us, and I'm looking forward to this game tonight. If you're watching on the radio, the Bulldogs wearing their home whites. They've got some black on, too. They've got their long pants, black, everybody wearing black shoes. Their hats are black with the white on the brim, or on the, what's that top part called? The brim is black. The bill is black, but the top, well, whichever.
Oh, the crest of the
crest
hat
is white, and it looks like a black A, or is that an orange A? Boy, it's hard for me to tell.
Yeah, it's hard to... it's hard to see. We did go back to the Atlanta style A, Atlanta Braves A,
yep.
which is it doesn't mean anything, but we had that A for a long time when I was helping Del Bohannon, our head coach, for about 17 years. It was that A. I don't know why he chose it. I didn't talk to Coach Bickle, but anyway, that's it.
Yeah, Jeff, our producer, showing us the A on his cap. But starting tonight pitching, and he is arguably maybe one of the best pitchers in the state at any level, is Jack Byers. He was just a sophomore last year, Lee. Now he's a junior. And I'll say this junior class, and I'll have to go back through and see how many of these guys are juniors, but our junior class is loaded up. Jack's part of that class. He's coming off of a state championship basketball 6 days ago. Today's Thursday. That's 5 days ago. He was on the basketball court at the pit in Albuquerque.
Right.
And now he's pitching here for the Bulldogs in his first game, because he was obviously playing basketball until last Saturday.
Right. He hadn't logged any innings, but Jack throws year-round. I know that for sure, even during basketball.
Oh, yeah,
he's in his arms in, I'm going to say, mid-season form probably. Yep. Maybe not quite that level, but he's ready to go. Jack comes in. I talked to him yesterday. I like talking to see what the pitchers like to throw, and he throws primarily fastball, curveball, working on a changeup some, and I didn't ask him what his out pitch was, so we're going to find out tonight.
Well, the first batter he's facing is number 9, Max Ellison, the shortstop. Byers from the stretch to the set and the pitch, swinging a miss on a great fastball, strike one.
He's got plus stuff. I'm going to say above average fastball and curveball for a high school. For this level at high school, sure.
He's about 6'4", and he's built like a middle linebacker. Plays wide receiver in football. Second pitch, that's going to be lined into right field. Nice piece of hitting there. Good job out there in right field by Pacheco as he went to one knee, got it on the first hop, but a leadoff single for the Deming Wildcats.
He did a good job on that fastball. He was tardy on the first one, and Jack, that was outside, and he just went with the pitch like a good hitter. I can tell you this, the Deming Wildcats, they've played us in football a bunch. I don't know about basketball, but they're not going to be afraid of the Bulldogs because they played us a bunch, and they're tough kids.
Yeah, they are. All right, here's the second batter. It's Daniel Mosier, the pitcher. First pitch he sees is the breaking ball was up high. It looked like a breaking ball up high for ball one.
Yeah.
So down at first base, Max Ellison at the plate. Daniel Mosier on deck is the second baseman. Number 21 is Stevan Mariscal. As Byers looks over, takes another peek now to the plate. And there's another swing, and he was behind it, but he got a piece of it. Foul ball out of play off to the right side for strike one. 1-1 now the count.
With that fastball, they're going to be tardy. I don't know if we'll, I hadn't seen our infielder shift over to the late side. Both of them have been right-handed hitters, so.
Catcher Usherwood shifts out to the outside. Oh, curveball up in the chin music. That might have been a fastball. It didn't break if it did.
Yeah, he just opened up a little and left that curveball up and in.
So it was a fast. I thought it was too, but so it's 2-1. Nobody out. Runner at first base. Byers takes a peek. Now to the plate. Good spot to go. It's the foul ball back towards Lee and I here in the press box for foul ball. Strike two. 2-2 now the count. To run around our outfield, we got Whitmire, Galindo, Pacheco, and that's Destin Pacheco. So that's left to right. You got Morales, Fuentes, Beauregard, and Dalen Pacheco over at first, third to first. Usherwood behind the plate, and his battery mate is Byers. There's going to be another little bloop. It's going to go right to the shortstop, Fuentes, for out number one.
That curveball got in on him a little bit and just hit a weak line drive to the shortstop, Jet Fuentes. So that's a good way to come back for Jack, and he's probably amped up pretty good being first game, and he got a little adrenaline coming from basketball. I would be if I was him. So,
well, I know what he's looking forward to, and I know he's a golfer too, so he's probably playing golf at the same time. But he played in the state championship football game. The Bulldogs did fall; they get the red trophy. Then a few months later, he plays in the state championship basketball game, and the Bulldogs get the win there. And now he's looking to play in a state championship baseball game, just like he did last year.
Hopefully, we can keep that city of champions going.
Yeah, that thing going there. We were talking about it at church last night. Our volleyball team fires back through the tournament and gets second. They run into a buzzsaw in St. Pius, but they weren't expected to do what they did. I think they were a 12 or 13 seed. Our football team goes through and gets second. Then our basketball team on the boys' side wins it. All right, here's the pitch. Going to throw it over instead. Back easily in there is Allison, as he held up on that little looper to the shortstop, obviously.
Really, everybody right now, position-wise, is straight away. So
that's a foul ball. He was running. That was a hit and run. Number 21 is at the plate, Estevan Mariscal. He's the second baseman. The runner will go back because he foul tipped it.
That runner at first had a really good jump. I'm not sure Brant could have thrown him out. Really good jump on Jack on that pitch.
If it would have been somewhere to the right side and a base hit, he would have went to third. Throw over just to keep him back there. Did Byers. So the count 0-1, 1 out. Mariscal steps back up. Byers from the stretch takes a look in. Usherwood sets up on that outside edge. Another throw over. Keep him honest. Byers is sleeveless. Everybody else out in the field. Nope, I take it back. Beauregard out there at second base. He's just got his no undershirt on. Him and Jack. Everybody else got black undershirts. Here's the pitch. High. Ball 1-1 now the count.
Now sometimes when that runner, you think that runner's going to run, it makes the pitcher speed up just a little bit more so than he wants to.
Yeah. That's a great pitch. Called strike 2.
He leaned on that one a little bit, didn't he?
I tell you what, it popped the glove. It came in there pretty quick. So 1-2 now the count with 1 out. Runner gets his lead over at first, but he's not getting a big one. Jack's got a good spin move, and I think they know it. He steps off. Didn't like something. He'll reset. So 1-2 the count, 1 out. Mariscal at the plate, the number 3 hitter in the lineup for the Wildcats, playing second base. Again, Usherwood sets up on that outside corner. That's an inside. Boy, run it in on him. That fastball, and to his credit, he got his bat on it.
He did a good job of fighting. That's just fighting off a good pitch and try again. So, yeah, Jax came in on him then. His ball, I didn't ask him. I talked to him yesterday. I didn't ask him if he throws a 4-seam fastball or a 2-seam, and it's just bad questions. So, or non-questions.
Non-question. Runner's off. Oh, gets through the glove. He better go pick it up, and he does. Usherwood, I think he did what you talked about in our previous game. He kind of pulled trying to get the ball quicker.
He looked up at the runner and missed, and the baseball tipped out of his glove.
Yep, so that brings up a 2-2 count, and the runner now in scoring position is Allison as he stole second, on a pass ball.
I believe that.
You give him a stolen base?
I'm going to call it a wild pitch.
Okay, that's what I was going to say, and then I thought, but he's down at second. Here's the pitch, curveball, straight foul back into the net for another strike. So the count remains 2-2.
These Deming kids are battling a little bit.
Yeah, they're facing a good pitcher. I said it, and I'll stand by it. I think he's one of the top pitchers in the state, regardless of class and Byers. And they're putting the bat on the ball, no doubt. A couple looks back and out of the plate, and that's going to be called ball. Boy, just missed high. I think he called that one a strike just a minute ago.
He's just up a little bit. You know.
So ball 3, full count now with 1 out. Fuentes and Beauregard back there talking about it behind the runner. Byers takes a look and out of the plate. Swing and a miss. He got him. Foul tipped it into the glove, and that is strike 3.
Really good pitch. Jack hadn't really got the fastball down on the knees, but that one was up around the letters, and it's hard for it to catch up on with that thing.
Really hard to lay off. All right, so Ezra Sainz comes in on the left side. There's a swing and a miss on a nice, and he actually fouled it right into the glove, so foul tip for strike 1. Bats from the left side does the cleanup batter, the first baseman, probably a lefty. He's definitely batting left-handed. Here's the 0-1. Another great pitch. Wow, that was a screamer on the inside corner for called strike 2.
Yeah.
See what he does here if he throws him something to try to get him out on something out of the strike zone. 0-2 the count, 2 down. Runner at second base is Allison. Byers takes a look back and out of the plate. Swung on, fouled off to the left side and out of play, so he stays alive. He's way behind that fastball, but he did get a bat on it.
I would like to see if he can come back inside on him and tie him up with that fastball.
Yeah, the second strike that was a called strike 2. That's where it was at. I think I looked at you and I think you were writing something down. You didn't see it, but it was a good pitch.
Right.
And it would have, if he could have got his hands on it, it would have tied him up. We'll see what he does right here. 0-2. He did come in.
He tried to, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. And you know, Jack's got great control. He may have thrown that low on purpose, just trying to get him to chase one that he couldn't have got a bat on. But that's
maybe
ball
so.
1.
Yeah, he's still way ahead in the count. So
yeah. 1-2 the count. Jack takes a long look in. Looks like he shook off a pitch. Now he's going to come set. He'll take a look back at second. And the pitch. There he got him, and I don't know if that wasn't a changeup. He took something off of it.
I don't. I think he was tardy on it.
You just think he was tardy?
Yeah.
Well, it's the strikeout swinging. They go down, and let me look here real quick. I got to get used to my stuff again, so I'm going to get used to it. We'll go ahead and take a break. It's 0-0. We're going to the bottom home half of the first inning. Bulldogs coming to bat. It'll be Frankie Galindo, Jet Fuentes, and Jack Byers coming at you.
Nice.
The Artesia Police Department wants to remind you to lock up your vehicles, take your keys with you, and never leave valuables in your vehicle. If you're looking for a rewarding career in law enforcement, the Artesia Police Department is looking for you. The department is currently hiring certified and uncertified officers. Take advantage of a great retirement plan, paid leave, and medical benefits. Apply in person, online, or call 575-746-5000 for more information. The Artesia Police Department is an equal opportunity employer. And please always remember, don't drink and drive. The Artesia Historical Museum and Arts Center now has their very own website. Visit artesiamuseum.org to stay up to date on events and exhibits. Look through historical photos of Artesia, submit research requests, and more. For information, please call 575-748-7345. Stop by the Artesia Historical Museum and Arts Center at 505 West Richardson Avenue or online at artesiamuseum.org. Open Tuesday through Saturday from 9 to 4. This ad paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
Big O Tires understands the importance of keeping your fleet vehicles running smoothly. Our expert technicians provide quality automotive services and offer an extensive tire selection. Plus, we know that time is everything, and that's why Big O Tires minimizes fleet downtime with priority appointments. Fast, quality service for any size fleet. Big O Tires is your one-stop shop for commercial and personal vehicle needs. Roll into Big O today.
They're going to battle up there. They're not going to let Jack get ahead of them if they can't help it. And you know, came up with one single, and Jack got a weak line drive, 2 strikeouts, and now it's the Bulldogs' turn.
All right. Well, leading off for the Bulldogs will be our center fielder, number 17, Frankie Galindo. Shortstop, number 2, Jet Fuentes in on deck, and Jack Byers, the pitcher, aforementioned. Number 12, he is in the hole as the Bulldogs come out to face the Wildcats for the first time on offense. Going around the horn for the Wildcats, you've got Baca, Allison, Mariscal, and Sainz from third to first. Duran, Olvera, and Sutton from left to right. The catcher is Porras, and the pitcher, Daniel Moser, on the bump, and it'll be Frankie stepping in on the right side. Man, he's got speed to burn. I don't know who the fastest guy on our team is because there are a lot of them are really fast.
We as a team, it's really good team speed.
Team speed is up there, and Frankie will step in, the all-state running back on the football team. First pitch he sees, he hits it hard out to left field, but with this wind, it's held up and it's caught by the left fielder for out number 1 on the very first pitch of this ball game.
That's a tough play on that left fielder, Joby. That win, I mean, he battled it, but made the play for sure. I really like our white uniforms with that black pinstripe. That's a good looking uniform.
It looks
man.
good, doesn't it?
Really good.
Orange numbers, black pinstripe. Oh. They're wearing black helmets and black caps. They do look good. All right, here's the next pitch. That's going to be called ball 1. Curveball, pretty good curveball, just missed away.
They're supposed to have a really good pitcher. I don't know if it's this kid. I should have got a name and I didn't.
on who their ace was?
Yes.
My guess, I would bet this is their ace. They're facing our ace. That ball misses high and in for ball 2 to Jet. On deck is Jack Byers, and in the hole, the first baseman, cleanup batter, Dalen Pacheco. All right, here's the pitch from Mosier. Swing and a miss. Got him to a little bit of a chase there. I think Jet, I don't know if he made up his mind late because he kind of swung off his back foot a little bit.
Yeah, he wasn't that wasn't a 100% sure swing like you're talking about.
2-1 the count. Here's the pitch from Mosier. Swing and another deep drive to left field. This time the left fielder's got to back up. That's going to get over his head. Jet will go into second base standing up with a double. Well, he slid, but he didn't have to. Nice hit, boy. Both batters getting a lot of bat on that lead.
Yeah.
They're hitting them deep with this hard wind.
Yeah, that ball carried. So when it came off the bat, the left fielder dropped step to his left. But which way is the wind blowing? It's blowing across his face, and it ended up on the other side of him. So that was a good deal for Jet because it really misplayed the baseball a little bit. He hit it well.
He hit it hard, and that wind is not helping him. There's no help with the wind. It's helping the defense. All right, so Jack comes to the plate. The pitcher wears number 12. He's got a runner in scoring position in Fuentes. First pitch he sees is going to be called just a little bit low. Boy, that was close. Good curveball there for Mosier. Ball 1, though. On deck is Dalen Pacheco, our first baseman. In the hole, the catcher, Brant Usherwood. As Fuentes getting a big old lead back there. That curveball doesn't break enough. Ball 2.
Jack almost ducked into that
one.
I'm
he
glad
almost took it off the noggin.
Him, right?
It wouldn't have hurt. He
not that it would have hurt. We need him to blast one somewhere.
I tell you what, first two batters blasted him pretty good in Fuentes and Galindo. Let's see what Jack does. That pitch is outside on the fastball. Ball 3, they're pitching him careful. Jack can hit it.
You know, it wouldn't be for them. It wouldn't be all that bad to walk him since they have an open base at first base, which they're it looks like they're pitching around him a little bit.
And that's saying something because Pacheco's our number 4 hitter. He's pretty good too. There's
right.
Ball 4 on 4 straight, and that'll bring our cleanup batter to the plate in Dalen Pacheco. And now the catcher's going to talk about it with his pitcher, and that's Porras back behind the plate. Going to go out to Mosier. So 0-0 if you're just joining us. We're in the bottom of the first inning here at Brainerd Park. And I keep looking at our sign out there, and I sure do like it. Now, one thing I like on some other signs I've seen is that you get balls, you get some other information like hits and stuff. But that's a good looking sign out. Scoreboard.
Yeah, it looks really good. We got a courtesy runner for Jack, number 8, whoever. I didn't look to see who.
So a courtesy run out there for Byers, and I can tell you who it is.
I believe it's 8.
Yeah, okay. And let's see, that would be Charlie Campbell.
Okay.
So Campbell coming in to run. There's a pitch. There's a hard hit. Deep left field. Left fielder has to adjust, and he dropped it. Oh, he caught it?
No, he dropped it.
I thought he dropped it.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a single is all. That wind really played havoc. But, man, that's 3 big, deep hits into this wind for the Bulldogs. Bases loaded.
Yeah, he played that ball better coming off the bat because he dropped step to his right or away from his glove, but he just that's tough, man. That wind's playing with the ball. It's blowing. That flag's been straight out the whole day. Got to be at least 20 miles an hour.
I reckon you're right, and but I'm still going to call an error because it hit him in the glove.
Hit him in the glove. Should have caught it.
He should have. I thought he did, and then I thought he didn't.
Right.
But in any case, all right, here's the pitch with the bases loaded. Ball 1 to our catcher, number 7, Brant Usherwood. We got 1 out.
He's a big old strong kid.
Yeah, we're big and fast. There's no doubt about it. I mean, we got some guys, a couple of guys that aren't real big, but just overall, boy, he took a cut at that one, come up empty, but swinging strike 1. 1-1 now the count to Usherwood. On deck is our left fielder, Jet Whitmire, and in the hole, our third baseman, number 1, Diego Morales. Here's the pitch from Mosier. Swung on, fouled off to the right side for strike 2. So 1-2 now the count to Usherwood. They're playing for the double play up the middle. They got their first and third baseman kind of up, even with their bag. Actually, first baseman almost up on the grass. Third baseman even with his bag. Going to try to get a double play is what they want to do. And end this inning with nobody getting across the plate. But the Bulldogs looking to score. That's a base hit up the middle. That's going to score at least 1. Coming around that third base, and he's going to hold up. Good throw out there from the center fielder.
Yeah.
But that's station to station, and there the Bulldogs get the single and the first run on the board.
Good piece of hitting by Usherwood. Sent it right back where it came from, and the middle infielders are, I'm saying they're not in double play depth. They're way away from the base.
They are right now. Yeah. And a while ago he was a little closer, but you're right. They're not playing for
I don't know how
here.
the second baseman's ever going to get to the bag if it's a ground ball to the shortstop, but we'll see. Maybe they're quicker than I think they are.
Somebody just came in to run for our catcher, and I thought it was number 8 again, so it can't be Charlie.
No, can't be the same guy.
No, because he's on second if that's who came in.
Right.
Maybe I can see his.
Yeah, it's just hard to. It looks like to me there's.
It is number 8. So somebody else came in.
Okay.
Oh, there's a foul tip straight back. So I'm not sure who's out there at second. Was it number 11?
No, that's number 9. That's Pacheco at second.
Okay.
It is number 9. Is that Pacheco, Dalen?
Well.
Or not?
Yes, you're right. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. I'm not going to worry about who's running because I can't. So Charlie did come in to run for Campbell. So is it number 4? Well, all right, so at the plate is Jet Whitmire. He's got an 0-2 count with 1 out. Bases loaded. It's 1-0 Artesia. Mosier's from the windup. And that's going to go a wild pitch.
Oh, he got a late jump at third.
Yeah, he's in there safely, though. And who is that running there?
I think that's Campbell right there, number 8.
No? It's number 6. That's who came in to run. It looked like an 8, didn't it?
Is that Derek Warren?
Yes, I think you're right. I think that was Derek Warren that came in to run. He gets through on a wild pitch. So coming in from third base. You know what? I'm going to fix that right now while I got a chance.
He got a little late jump. Because I watched him on the pitch. He took one step back towards third. Anyway, here's the pitch. Go ahead, Joby.
1-2, and he's going to swing. Reached out and tapped it, so he stays alive.
As a runner at third, Joby, as the ball's getting into the strike zone or at the plate, really as a runner at third, you want your weight to be on that front foot, whichever foot it is.
There's a pitch, and there's a rip into left field. That's going to score 1, maybe 2. He's going to hold him up. And so the Bulldogs now go up 3-0.
Good piece of hitting. We already got a mound visit from the head coach.
All right, so in play, so a single. I'm gonna have to do my stuff here because I was behind a little bit. But coming in to score, and then moving over to third base. And so we got runners at first and third. Usherwood over at third. Whitmire with that RBI single at first. And at the plate, we've got our third baseman, number 1, Diego Morales. And as Lee said, we've got a pitching mound visit from the head coach. I tell you why, I haven't seen this is my first baseball game. I'll just say that. But man, our Bulldogs look pretty darn good here, hitting the ball hard. We watched the game. You called the game before this one, Lee, and there was no hit. There was not one hit like these first Bulldogs have hit the ball. They're hitting it on the nose.
As a team, I'm going to say we pretty much swing at good pitchers, but we're free swingers. The kids swing hard.
Going to take off running, and he is going to be safe as the ball is dropped by the shortstop. Pretty good throw there. He threw him toward the first base side. Did the catcher Porras? But Whitmire's got some speed. I don't know if he'd have caught that, he probably would have been out, it looked like.
It depends on how far. Sometimes you misjudge how far the shortstop is in relationship to the bag. In other words, if he was in front of it. Mm-hmm. So it's hard to say. Hard to see from here.
Well, that gives the Bulldogs, and there's is that the count right? Did I miss 2 pitches? I guess that one, the first one, so it's 1-1.
Yeah, the pitch he stole on, and then then these last
pitch.
2, yes.
Big cut there from Morales, so now 1-2 as he came up empty. Only 1 down, 2 runners in scoring position. Whitmire down at second after stealing second, and Usherwood at third. Going to go inside where they're wanting to go, but he didn't. He's going to go right at the shortstop. He picks it up. He's going to have to hurry, and he does get him over at first base, but both runners advance. It's now 4-0 Artesia.
Good pickup and a good job of base running by Jet Whitmire at second. He let the shortstop. He couldn't go. He would have been thrown out at third, so he ends up at third on the throw to first.
So 6-3 the put out, but both the runners advance, and the Bulldogs get an RBI out of that. Runner at third base, and our first left-handed batter coming to the plate in the form of Destin Pacheco. Big cut, comes up empty, strike one.
Is Destin, I believe he's a sophomore?
I think so. I didn't look at their roster online. He's going to look at a ball just a little bit low, ball one. 1-1 now the count to Pacheco. I'm thinking he's Dalen's brother.
He is.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, Jet Whitmire stands at third. Bulldogs lead 4-0 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Here's a pitch swung on. It's a pop fly. It's going to be in the infield. The third baseman's going to have to really high, and he does a good job getting under it. And that is out number 3 on the pop fly infield. But, boy, the Bulldogs do some damage as they get 4 runs. And I'm going to pull up the right thing here. They get 4 runs. There were 3 hits, 1 Deming error, and 1 runner left on base after 1 full. 4-0, Artesia. We'll be back.
It's Kubota Orange Days. Shop the year's biggest selection of Kubota equipment and get 0% APR for 84 months and up to $2,500 off select Kubota tractors.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
It's Kubota Orange Days. Shop the year's biggest selection of Kubota equipment and get 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,300 off select compact.
Bob Reed Pest Control is committed to providing the most modern pest management for our clients. Bob Reed Pest Control is involved in every aspect of pest management, from general insects to trees, shrubs, and yard treatments. Also, Bob Reed Pest Control is the only authorized operator for the Centricon Termite Colony Elimination System. No job is too large or too small. We are Southeast New Mexico's pest management headquarters. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today, 623-5344. Find us fast in names and numbers.
Artesia.
The bottom of the first inning with 4 runs. They get that off of 3 hits, left 1 runner on base and 1 Deming error. And so we're ready to go here. Is number 43, Fabian Ortega, will come to the plate, batting the 5 hole. He's DHing for the Deming Wildcats. His first time to see Byers from the mound. And Jack pitches from the stretch, at least in this game tonight, regardless if anybody's on or not. Usherwood sets up right in the middle. He throws it right on the outside corner for a fastball called strike 1.
Good hard fastball on the knees. Hopefully Jack's trying to have a shutdown inning, and so we can get back on offense.
Usherwood's calling for it high and inside, putting his glove up. That's where he threw it, and boy, he couldn't catch up to that one. Strike 2 on a swing.
A nice pitch. Came in on him on that time.
Yeah, Usherwood set up in there and then held his glove up. If you're listening on the radio, he held his glove up saying, I want it right here. And that's about where Jack threw it. And he couldn't lay off of it. It was inside. It was basically an unhittable pitch.
Right.
Had a lot of speed, and it was high and tight. 0-2 the count, nobody out. Ortega the batter at the plate. Here's the pitch. Curveball, I think. Maybe it was a fastball, just run it in, but ball 1.
It could have been one of those change-ups I was talking about he's been working on. He kind of threw that funny, like he wasn't exactly sure, like it wasn't a fastball type of.
Right. That was, no, that might have been, was that a fastball?
Curveball.
Yeah, I was about to say the bottom dropped out. Strike 3 looking for out number 1, and that'll bring to the plate the right fielder, number 32, Roy Sutton. On deck is number 3, Jose Duran, the left fielder, and the catcher, number 24, Daniel Porras, is in the hole. Sutton batting from the left side. He'll face Byers for the first time. 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Bulldogs lead 4-0. Usherwood sets up in the middle of the plate. Here's the pitch. Caught the inside corner, called strike 1.
Great pitch. Jack looks like he's moving them in and out, and you can see how sharp his curveball is. Got a lot of vertical movement to it.
Yep. I'll give you the defense set up just after this pitch. 0-1 pitch. He said it got him on the elbow.
Yeah.
And the batter said, I didn't feel it. But the umpire said, no, you go to first.
I had never seen a guy not want to go to first base.
Yeah, but that's what.
Maybe he didn't think it hit him.
I don't think he thought it hit him. It must have. It
could have clipped. He was wearing an elbow guard. He could have clipped that and him not feel that. I guess.
All right, so he's down at first base after being hit by pitch, and that brings another left-hander, Jose Duran, batting from the left side, number 3. There's the pitch. He bunts a pop fly, and it's going to be caught by the catcher, Usherwood. He's doubling him up.
Nice.
Beautiful double play as Usherwood just popped out of his stance, caught it on the left side, throws it down to first base as the runner was off and going on that bunt. And so, and I'm trying to figure out how to do this. They get no hits. There were no runs. There was no Bulldog errors. And nobody left on base. We go into the bottom of the second inning, 4-0, Artesia.
High School Bulldog Sports is made possible thanks to Buckhorn Production, LLC. Founded in 2021, Buckhorn Production, LLC operates over 200 wells in the Permian Basin. Like the Artesia Bulldogs, Buckhorn Production, LLC strives for excellence in all of our operations. We encourage all of our employees to be great members of our community and encourage you to join them in supporting all of our athletes, students, teachers, and administrators. Buckhorn Production, LLC, proud to support the Artesia Bulldogs.
Kane Electrical Supply is your #1 distributor when it comes to the top-of-the-line inventory. Kane Electric carries name brands such as Appleton, Burndy, Fluke, Cooper Lighting, Hoffman, Phillips Lighting, iDeck, Klein Tools, and Square D. Kane Electric has your professionals and will assist you with any information you may have on electrical supplies. Kane Electric delivers on location too. Come by Kane Electric today in Artesia at 1911 North Roselawn.
Attention sports fans! Come explore Carlsbad Ford's huge inventory. From sleek sedans to rugged trucks, Carlsbad Ford has a huge variety of vehicles to fit your lifestyle. The best cars, the best trucks. Come find out why Carlsbad Ford is the best in southeastern New Mexico.
Oh, yeah!
At Carlsbad Ford Lincoln, their team is dedicated to helping you find the perfect vehicle with the best offers available. Carlsbad Ford, 2802 West Pierce, a proud supporter of high school sports.
Batting in the 9 hole, so it sure don't hurt to have a lineup like this because you got a leadoff batter batting in the 9 hole, basically.
Right.
So you got, coach can scatter him around. He looks at the bunt, and then he drives it out into right field, and that's going to be a base hit.
Nice play by the center fielder.
Did he catch it?
Yeah, he caught it.
Holy cow,
really
what a good
really
play.
A good play, yeah.
Yeah, he dove. That's an old ESPN sports highlight right there. I didn't think he caught my glass. I've got a double glass, and it's dirt. Both of them are dirty. I couldn't tell if he caught that or not, but a good catch by the center fielder for out number 1 here in the bottom of the second inning. Boy, good piece of hitting there by Bub, but just a great defensive play. That gets us top of the order. Frankie Galindo steps up, and he's going to fly ball off to the right side, and that will get out of play for foul ball strike 1. Frankie came up and hit it kind of deep out to left field his first time up. First pitch he saw. So he's now 0 for 1, and with the strike here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, maybe he can hit the middle of the baseball a little bit more this time and get the line drive.
He pops it up again. This is going to be infield, and the first baseman looks like he's got a chance for it. Well, it fell out. I tell you what, that ball is really being played havoc with the wind. Because that fell out, looked like they could have had it easily, but it moved so fast and far, first baseman couldn't get to it. It's foul ball, strike 2.
Yeah, it should have been caught.
I thought it should too. I think he just misjudged it. That was in the air a long time. He wasn't even close to it.
No.
He must have lost it up in the sky. Of course,
and he could have. He could have.
So 0-2 the count. Catcher Porras sets up on the outside. That's where he throws it, but a little low. Ball 1, 1-2.
Good take by Frankie. Pretty close pitch right there.
It really was. So on deck is number 2, Jet Fuentes, and in the hole, number 12, Jack Byers for the Bulldogs. Here's the 1-2. Swung on. Nice hit. That's a base hit between third and short. CNI single. Third baseman gave a good effort at it, but there you go. 1 out single.
Good start for Frankie right there. And Jet doubled last time up, I believe.
Yeah, Jet is 1 for 1 with a double. Frankie led off with that first pitch drive out to left field, and then Jet came up and he drives it out there as well. Gets over the left fielder's head. He goes into second base for a double. So 1 out. Runner at first is Speed Galindo. He's going to turn, act like a bunt. Called strike 1 as he pulled it back. Did Jet. On deck is Byers, and in the hole Pacheco, and that would be Dalen Pacheco. Jose Duran out in left, Chris Oliveira in center, and Royce Sutton out in right. Diego Baca at third, Max Allison at short, Esteban Mariscal at second, and Ezra Saenz at first. Here's the pitch. Runners off and going. Galindo is going to be in there. He is safe as he slid under the throw. You know, the catcher threw it up the first baseline again, and Galindo had a good jump, plus he's just fast. He gets in there pretty easy.
Really hard play for the shortstop. Plus the shortstop's in front of the bag, so you see him try to sweep the tag back there and hit him on the hill, but I think he's too far in front of the bag, and the throws, that's a hard catch, man. Good cut on that curveball right there.
Good cut. Fouls it back for strike 2. He's got Frankie down in scoring position. Jet hit his double his first time up. He's 1 for 1. Now he has a 1-2 count as he steps back in. Mosier the pitcher and Portis the catcher. I didn't finish out the defense. His catcher setting up on the outside third. He's going to reach for that one, slap it out to left center, and the center fielder had him played about right. He goes over to his right, and that is out number 2.
That must have been an off-speed pitch because Jet was out in front of that one, way out on his front foot, and didn't get good wood on the ball. But we'll see if Jack can bring him in.
All right, so Byers coming to the plate. He's 0 for 0. He walked his first time up. Ended up, well, he got courtesy ran for. I was going to say he ended up scoring his run, but we think it was Warren that came in and run for him, and he scored.
It looked like, Derek. I think it was.
All right, here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. That's his 5th ball. He saw 4 straight. Now he's number 5. On deck is Pacheco. That would be Dalen, and in the hole, Usherwood.
Yeah, they got another open bag here, so I don't know if they'll pitch to Jack or not.
Inside, ball 2.
No, Jack just needs to have a good at-bat. If they walk him, they walk him, and not go out of the strike zone trying to make something happen.
He certainly hasn't.
Right.
At this point.
Right. Maybe he'll make a mistake and give something to Jack, which there it was.
That's what I was about to say. There it was. The 2-0 count. He threw it right down the middle. Jack took it. I mean, he'd seen 6 straight balls.
Right.
So maybe it's the right play.
Right.
All right, here's the pitch from Mosier. Outside, bounces it up there, in fact. Ball 3. 3-1 now to Byers. Wind still a whipping.
Yeah, I don't know how guys have shorts on right now. I see some guys sitting out there with shorts.
That's what I said earlier. I'm in agreement with you. It's cold, and we're in a press box. Of course, we got our window open, but still, it's colder out there than it is in here.
Right.
Here's the pitch. That's going to be too far inside. Ball 4. That'll put runners at first and second. And coming to the plate is Dalen. He hit it hard out to left field, and the left fielder dropped it. So it was an error, but he hit it. The first pitch he saw, I believe, he just tattooed it. Left fielder caught it. They're going to make a change, it looks like, Lee. So we're going to take a break. We'll get the changes made in our books. When we come back, it'll be 4-0 Bulldogs, runners at first and second here in the bottom of the second with 2 outs, and Dalen Pacheco at the plate.
Central Valley Electric Cooperative knows how influential FFA is on the youth of our community. FFA teaches to be diligent in labor, courteous to everyone, and above all else, honest and fair. These personal attributes apply directly to CVE's business and work ethics. We at CVE appreciate the values instilled by FFA and are proud to support FFA in every way we can.
Dean's Inc. of Artesia provides a superior choice for all your electrification, communication, and supply needs, with a vision to be the premier industrial electrical service provider in New Mexico and West Texas, providing unparalleled quality in supplies and service with highly skilled and conscious personnel. We pledge to our customers to exhibit the utmost in integrity and reputation while providing superior quality in all we do. Dean's Inc., located at 409 Commerce Road or online at deansinc.com.
Devon Energy is proud to support Artesia High School athletic programs. By partnering with Artesia, we're making an investment in the long-term future of our community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership, skills our youth will use to succeed for a...
And I have it. Mosier goes from pitching to third, and coming in off of the bench is Cole Donaldson, number 15, to pitch for the Deming Wildcats. So a pretty good opening couple innings here for the Bulldogs. They run their first pitcher out of the ballgame just here in the bottom of the second inning. Leading 4-0 are the Bulldogs.
I guess the pitcher in there was down in the bullpen. I didn't look down there to see if he was throwing. He didn't throw very many warm-up pitches out on the field, but he doesn't get as many as he wants. But I guess he's ready to go.
Well, he came out and he threw one pitch with the catcher down, and then the catcher stood up and they just played catch.
Right.
So I was thinking maybe he didn't even get the warm. He was just playing catch.
He might not have been in the bullpen.
Yeah, I don't know either. I can't see around the corner there, but. Anyways, the Bulldogs have runners at first and second, 2 down, and at the plate, Dalen Pacheco, our cleanup batter. He's going to face Donaldson for the first time as Donaldson just came in. Runner is off and running. That ball gets away from the catcher. He's trying to come up with it, and so the runners both advance on the you call that a wild pitch or a missed pass ball?
It's a wild pitch. It hit the ground first. So
down and in, wild pitch.
Dalen looks like he's gonna have a lot of RBI opportunities tonight, needless to say.
And if he stays in that 4-hole with our top 3, he's gonna have a lot all season because those guys can hit and they can run.
Yeah.
All right, here's the pitch. 2 runners in scoring position, 2 down. First, big swing, foul tipped into the glove for strike 1.
Yeah, Dalen really swings hard, and the reason, I mean, you got to have a good hitter hitting behind your Jack, who's a 3-hole guy, so to protect him a little bit. So
down and in, ball 2. 2-1 now to Dalen. On deck is Brent Usherwood, and in the hole, Jet Whitmire.
If they're going to walk the guy in front of you, you sure want the guy behind you to be a really good hitter, which Dalen is.
Here's the pitch from Donaldson, or a long look, actually. Now he comes to the plate. Swing, it's a chopper foul to the left side for just a foul ball.
It's a good sinking fastball then. Got in on him.
Bulldogs looking to kind of blow it open here a little bit. They lead 4-0, but 2 outs, 2-2 count. 2 runners in scoring position for our cleanup batter, Pacheco. Donaldson, long look at third base, and the pitch. Swing, and it's going to be a chopper. Oh, just foul down the third base line.
Just out in front of that curveball a little bit. He'll get another chance.
Count stays 2-2.
I think Derek Warren's out at second base running again, Joby, also for Byers. Yeah.
I bet you're exactly right. Wasn't even paying attention. Courtesy runner.
I just saw that 6 again.
That is Derek. So Warren at second, Glendo at third. Here's a pitch. That's a chopper, slow roller. Will he have time? Maybe so, but it goes over the head of the first baseman. Both runs score. You going to call it an infield single, or is that an error on the third shortstop?
That's throwing error.
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah. All right, so reaches on an error, 2 runs scored. That's the second time he's reached on an error. And coming all the way from second base, and the Bulldogs do get those 2 runs. And Pacheco stays down there at first. And coming in to bat is our catcher, number 7, Brant Usherwood. He's 1 for 1. He singled up the middle, got an RBI. Had the bases loaded, and we played it safe. Didn't try to score them. In fact, the center fielder made a great throw home, so it was a good thing we didn't send them. Throw over, not in time. Pacheco dives back in safely.
Yeah, the shortstop routine, one big hopper, had just airmailed it over the first baseman. So
cost him 2. Here's the pitch, down and away, ball 2 to Usherwood. Oh, ball 1. He threw over on the first pitch. So 1-0 the count. On deck is Jet Whitmire, and in the hole Diego Morales as the Bulldogs now lead 6-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Donaldson comes set to the plate. Swung on. There's a base hit up the middle. Dalen will hold up at second. Usherwood now 2 for 2 here on the night.
He hit that one about in the same place. Not quite as hard. It got in on his hands a little bit, but he's a really strong kid and fought that ball off. I mean, got good enough wood on it for his second single.
All right, Jet steps in. He's 1 for 1. And coming in to run again for the catcher is going to be number 8 for the Bulldogs. That is Campbell. Charlie Campbell enters courtesy run once again.
I guess Charlie's well. I saw him limping in practice, his first practice this week, so I assume he's probably all good. I think he got banged up in that basketball tournament a little bit.
Yeah, he was a little gimpy in the third game, the championship game. That's what I think is when he kind of twisted an ankle. I think that's when it happened. But Charlie's a gamer.
Right.
He's a three-sport athlete like most of these guys are.
We got a lot of tough kids.
We do. Great group. Great 2 or 3 groups. That ball is inside. Ball 1 to Whitmire. He is 1 for 1. He hit it out into left field for a single and got an RBI. He may have had 2, actually. I need to go back and look. I will at the end of the ball game. All right, new pitcher Donaldson comes set, takes a long look back at Pacheco. Mariscal kind of sneaking in from second base. There's a swing and a miss. Boy, he got him, kind of fooled him on that pitch.
That might have been a changeup.
Yeah.
It looked like he took something off just a little bit. So,
all right, Whitmire takes a look, steps back in. 1-1 the count. 2 down, runners at first and second. Campbell down there, Curtis running at first, Pacheco at second. There's a swing. There's a good tattoo. Can he get over his head? By golly, he's going to go. Oh, and he didn't. It is not able to track it down. Whitmire's going to turn it on. He's going to go to third. There's going to be a play at third. He is going to be out. Boy, good play there by the center fielder.
That was a good recovery. Good throw by the second baseman there. And that's not a bad play by Jet. I mean, so.
Well, he forced it, and he tried to get him to come and get him, and he made the play. But Whitmire is called out at third base, thrown out over there. But, man, the Bulldogs once again have a great inning as boy, I messed up something. Well, I'll come back and tell you after this timeout. It's 7-0, Artesia with the lead as we go into the top of the third inning.
Devon Energy is proud to support Artesia High School athletic programs. By partnering with Artesia, we're making an investment in the long-term future of our community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership, skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From our team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Bulldogs from Devon Energy.
Come on, let's have one more.
No, I'm good. And you are too. I called Tommy for a safe ride home.
Don't get hammered. Stay out of the slammer. Never drink, then drive.
This message from the Eddy County DWI program.
To be a champion, each team member must do their part to help the team win. That is true in business too. Ed Safety and Services LLC want to do their part to help your business win. They specialize in several field services: sandblasting, coating steamers, pressure washing, repairs, and cleanouts. Ed Safety also offers drug and alcohol screening and on-site services and safety trainings to make you better. Ed Safety and Services LLC, 575-736-1047. Proud supporter of the Artesia Bulldogs.
Springtime is coming quick.
His first time to see Byers. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1.
Yeah, Bulldogs can play pretty relaxed now with that big lead, and I didn't know how many pitches that Jack had thrown before he came into this inning.
He's thrown 28
okay.
before that pitch. Right down the middle with a fastball. He got him swinging. Strike 1.
I'm going to make a prediction that he's not going to throw more than 40
in the game.
Which, if he doesn't, he can pitch. He doesn't have to have a day's rest to pitch in another game during the tournament.
That ball just missed. It's now 2-1 to count to Porras. On deck is Chris Olvera, the number 9 hitter, and then we're back to the top of the order. Max Allison is in the hole. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul ball to the right side. He's behind it.
Good
Strike
fastball.
2. Really good fastball. 2-2 now the count.
Only reason I say that, I talked to Coach Bickle yesterday and kind of asked him about the pitch, if he had his pitching rotation set up, and he said, "Well, I might try to go 40 with everybody." So we'll see if he stays with his word or what he said, but.
There's a curve ball. It's going to be hit to the third baseman. Picking it up over there and throwing it across in time is Diego Morales. That's a 5-3 put out number 1 here in the top of the third inning.
Good pitch by Jack. Good curve ball down. The hitter couldn't do anything but hit the top of the baseball. Routine ground ball to Diego.
1 out. And that'll bring the number 9 hitter in the lineup, center fielder, number 7, Chris Olvera. As he'll step in again to see Jack for the first time. Bulldogs playing pretty much straight away. I'll give you the defensive setup after this pitch. Usherwood sets up on the outside edge. Here's the pitch, curveball, high and tight, ball 1. So we got Whitmire, Galindo, and Destin Pacheco left to right. Morales, Fuentes, Beauregard, and Dalen Pacheco third to first, with Usherwood, the battery mate to Jack Byers, the pitcher. He's going to set up on the inside corner this time. 1-0 pitch. Boy, he hit it just right, called strike 1.
Really a quality pitch on the knees. He couldn't have done anything with that pitch for sure.
And he hit right, on the spot where Usherwood set up. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Just missed away. Ball 2. 2-1 now to Olvera. On deck is Allison in the hole, Mosier for the Wildcats. 8-0 Bulldogs. We're in the top of the third if you're just joining us. Jack comes set. He's asking for it high and outside. That's where Usherwood's wanting it. He throws it low and strike 2.
Nice pitch.
It wasn't low. It was just right down the pipe. Strike 2. But he just had his glove up, and I thought, well, he's saying bring it up a little bit, but he just threw it down the pipe. 2-2 the count with 1 out. Number 9 hitter getting ready.
They're going to go in again
right
here.
Usherwood sets up in. He goes out, though. Crossed up there.
They kind of pull that a little bit. Sometimes if you try a little extra harder, you hold on to the ball a little longer.
Too long, come outside. Full count now, the number 9 hitter, 1 out. Usherwood sets up on the inside again. Byers comes set now to the plate. Strike
pitch.
3. Looking.
Nice pitch.
Yeah, I don't know why Olvera thought he was going to first.
No.
That was a great pitch. He turned like he's going to toss his bat and go to first. But
right.
And you know what? He held to it. That was 39 pitches. Oh. So Coach Bickle, first-year head coach, is coming out. Looks like he's going to make a pitch and change. So we'll take a break. When he does that, we'll come back and talk about where they went. Stay right here. 8-0, KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com. The Dogs on top of the Cats. We'll be back.
Springtime is coming quickly, and that means it's time for the Spring Open House for high school students and their parents at Eastern New Mexico University. Join us Saturday, March 22nd, as we welcome potential students and their family members to campus. ENMU will feature campus tours, opportunities to meet with current students and professors, information on scholarships, and chances to win great prizes. Sign up today at enmu.edu/open house. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success. That's what we're about.
Has there ever been a time in your life where you told God no? I know there has been in mine, and I've regretted it every time. My name is Robbie Ballou, and I'm the senior pastor here at Faith Baptist, and I'm going to invite you to come join us this Sunday at 10:30 as we're going to say yes to God in 2025.
Hi, my name is Josh Howard.
Hi, my name is Nate Alanis.
And we're the student pastors here at Faith Baptist Church, and we would love to invite you and your friends to join us here on the porch.
Every Wednesday at 6:15 p.m. we're going to be up here worshiping together and learning together, and we hope to see you guys up here next week.
Forest Tire, mile after mile, we've been with you for almost 80 years. Nowadays, it seems like nothing.
Coach Bickle makes a change here, and Lee, just talk about why you might do that and why he did it as a head coach.
So when we were talking, I was talking with Coach Bickle yesterday, and he said, well, Jack could come in, or whoever started, and threw less than 40. If you throw 41 pitches, you have to have at least 1 day's rest. And so Jack can now pitch. He can pitch tomorrow or the next day. I mean, he could throw. He could throw. I mean, he could throw a whole game tomorrow if he needed him to. Probably going to save him for Saturday. We'll see. We'll see how it sets up. But he did say he wanted to get his pitchers some work, and so he might just do that. And he's holding true to it so far. So I'm assuming Dalen's going to be in there for 40 or less.
Well, the changes, Huffman comes in at first, Byers goes to third, Diego goes to the dugout, and Dalen Pacheco goes from first to pitch. First pitch he throws just misses on the outside for ball 1 to Max Allison, the leadoff batter for the Wildcats. 2 down. We're in the top of the third inning. That's a pretty good pitch from Dalen, just missed. Now Usherwood's going to set up right on that outside corner. Here's the pitch, and that's a good break. Was that a breaking ball?
Yeah, it was. That's a good curveball.
Really nice, and that's called strike 1. 1-1 now the count. And I asked because sometimes a cut fastball will kind of do that.
Right.
But he threw it hard, but it was a breaking ball.
Now, he's got good tilt on his breaking ball, too.
A little bit high, ball 2. 2-1 now the count. So we have Whitmire, Galindo, Destin, Pacheco, left to right. Huffman, Beauregard, Fuentes, and Byers from first to third. Usherwood behind the plate, and now Dalen Pacheco with a 2-1 count. His fourth pitch of the ball game. Curveball, swing and a miss, strike two.
Good pitch.
Really good pitch.
Just the off-speed part of that pitch fooled that hitter.
Yeah, got him out in front, and he swung through it. 2-2 with 2 outs. And the pitch. Good pitch, right back to Pacheco, gets under his glove. Beauregard comes up, makes a play. Oh, and it's dropped over there. That was a bang-bang. He one-hopped it, and it goes out of Huffman's glove, in and out. So, Coach, was that a infield hit, or was that an error over there first?
I'm going to give him an infield hit on
that.
Okay.
It was a tough play.
It was a tough play all the way around.
Yep, I agree. So he gets the infield single. And so the runner first base is Allison with 2 outs. At the plate now is the now third baseman, number 1, Daniel, I think. We'll see if he's still batting. He moved over to first, we think. I mean to third when he came out from pitching. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, throw down. And it's going to be safe. One hopped it down there, and so he gets in there safely. Strike 1, though, on a swing. That's a hit and run. So a runner in scoring position for the Wildcats.
So much for playing it safe.
I'm telling you.
Down 8.
They're still running the hit and run.
Right.
He swung at it, and he was off and running. 0-1 the count. Swing, and it's a chopper to third base, and it's just foul as Byers knocked it down, but foul ball called, so strike 2.
You know, that last play to Beauregard, really, that's a tough play because he's running full speed. Once he gets to it, he's got to throw back across his body. I mean, it's just, it would have been bang. Yeah, I don't know. It'd have been a bang if the first baseman would have held on to it.
Yeah, I think it was an infield hit. I agree with that 100%. High for ball 1. 1-2 now the count to Mosier. On deck is Esteban Mariscal, and in the hole, Ezra Signs, the 3-4 batters.
Yeah, Dalen just needs to finish a little bit lower with that fastball, and he'll be in good shape.
He takes a look back. Usherwood sets up on the outside corner. Here's the pitch. Curveball, swinging a foul ball to the left side.
It's like his curveball's his primary pitch right now.
Yeah, he's throwing it more than anything else, I think. I'm in agreement with you. 1-2, the count remains after that foul ball off over to the third base side. Again, Pacheco looking into Usherwood, getting his signal. Comes set. Usherwood's going to set up, he says, bring it a little higher. He does. Foul ball off to the right side. They'll get out of play. So good at bat here from Mosier. He's fighting them off. He's fouled it to the left side, and he's fouled it to the right side. He's staying in there as a batter. 8-0 Bulldogs. 1-2 the count. 2 down here in the top of the third inning. Pacheco has now thrown 10 total pitches. He came in when Byers had 39 and 2 outs here in the top of the third. Here's the pitch. That's just low. Ball 3. Pretty good job there by Usherwood. Is it kind of, I think it went off of him first, or did you think it skipped up to him and he blocked it?
Yeah, I think it hit off the ground.
It was one of those skip balls right in front of him. Full count, and that's going to be. Did he foul that? I looked down at the wrong time.
I did too.
It must have been a foul ball. Oh, I was ahead?
That was ball 3, I guess.
Here's the pitch. Swung on. That's going to be a little bloop. And Fuentes will come up and make the play, and that'll get him out of the inning on a little pop fly to the shortstop. So the hits go like this. 1 hit, no runs. There were no errors. 1 runner left on base at the end of 2.5. Artesia 8, Deming 0. We'll be back.
Forest Tire. Mile after mile, we've been with you for almost 80 years. Nowadays, it seems like nothing is built to last. Phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2 tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived and hello to something that lasts. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
This is Danny Kirkendall with Guy Chevrolet Company. I'd like to invite you to come see us here on the corner of 1st and Main in Artesia. We're celebrating 99 years in business and take great pride in providing the very best in customer service and a hassle-free buying experience. We have a great selection of the most popular Chevy and GMC models, along with our hand-picked pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. We look forward to seeing you here at 101 West Main in Artesia, or visit us online at guychevy.com.
Making a great deal better every day.
As the original tax experts, H&R Block puts 70 years of tax knowledge to work for you, guaranteeing 100% accuracy and your max refund or your money back. Can those other tax guys up the street say the same? Walk in or make an appointment.
Joby Hodling and Lee Johnson, the Artesia Bulldogs, coming here in the bottom of the third inning, leading 8-0. They got 4 in the bottom of the first, 4 in the bottom of the second, 3 hits, 1 error in both innings. Score 4 runs. And that'll bring number 10 to the plate, Aiden Huffman, as he came in to play first base when we made the pitching change. And he's batting in the third baseman spot. And he's going to hit it hard right at the shortstop, one hopper, pick it up, throw it across in time. Allison to Science, 6-3, 1 down.
He can make that play from deep in the hole and miscued on that short throw to give us 2 runs the previous inning.
Yeah, it's like 2 different players, wasn't it? I mean, he just scooped
right.
that. I mean, he caught that on the second bounce.
That's pretty smooth.
Threw it over there pretty easy.
You just want your players to be able to make all the routine plays. If you can make all the routine plays, you're going to be in pretty good shape. I mean, and anything above that is extra.
Right. First pitch to Destin Pacheco is outside ball 1. He is 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. As he steps back in from the left side, the pitcher, Cole Donaldson. Here's the pitch. Called, strike 1. 1-1 now. Caught that outside corner.
He's got a decent fastball. Got a little run, looks like, on it. Running away from the lefty there.
On deck, number 3, Caden Beauregard, our second baseman. And then we're back to the top of the order, Frankie Galindo in the hole. Here's the pitch. Same pitch, strike 2.
So the pitcher, if you're not watching, listening on the radio, when he squares up to the rubber and he's really looking over there at third, like at Coach Bickle at third base, before he picks his target up to the plate.
I know, it looks odd.
Yeah.
Oh, who was that? Fernando Valenzuela did that in the
major.
He looked straight up before he come to the plate.
So he's looking way over at third base.
There's a swing. It's a slow roller. Third baseman cuts it off. He's going to throw it to first in time. 5-3 the put out, and that is out number 2.
And the coach over there probably for Deming is going, why couldn't we have done this in the previous innings? I mean, and that's it's.
Good question. They had an error in both innings, and it did cost them.
That's high school baseball. I mean, sometimes you look great, and sometimes stuff happens.
Yeah, not so much, huh? All right, so Caden Beauregard steps in. He flew out to center field on a great play by Olvera. His first at bat. There's an inside pitch for ball 1. Caden hit that ball kind of slicing away from Olvera out there, and he made a diving. He sprinted, and then dove and made the catch.
That's a nice play.
Bub steps back in. 1-0 the count. 2-out rally on tap here for the Bulldogs. Is that pitch inside for ball 2? So on deck is the top of the order, Frankie Galindo, and in the hole, the shortstop, Jet Fuentes. So the Bulldogs want to add here. They lead 8-0, bottom of the third inning, but 2 outs. They got to get a 2-out rally going here with the number 9 hitter, Caden Beauregard. And I said it earlier, he's kind of like a number 1 hitter. He can scoot around the bases, and he can put it in play.
Yeah, good speed.
Yeah.
I think anything's going to be close if he hits it on the ground. I mean, it's going to be bang, bang.
Yeah, because he's fast. Here's the pitch. Another inside pitch. Ball 3. So it wouldn't be bad to get a 2-out walk. Get us to the top of the order with 2 outs. So let's see. My guess is he's sitting on red. 3-0. Here's the pitch from Donaldson. He throws it right down the middle, called strike 1. I think Bub thought maybe a little bit low. Might have thought it was low, but 3-1 the count. He's probably still sitting on red. If you're calling it, Coach, you tell him to watch it go by.
3-1? No, he's got to be swinging away. You want your guys to be aggressive.
All right, here's the pitch. He's going to do it, and that's going to be a bloop to second base, and that'll be the end of the inning on the fly out Little blue fly ball to second base. The Bulldogs go down 1-2-3. No hits, no runs, no errors. Nobody left on base. It's 8-0 as we head into the top of the 4th inning.
As the original tax experts, H&R Block puts 70 years of tax knowledge to work for you, guaranteeing 100% accuracy and your max refund or your money back. Can those other tax guys up the street say the same? Walk in or make an appointment today and get the expertise you need this tax season at H&R Block. All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund. Limitations apply. See hrblock.com/guarantees. In Artesia, see H&R Block at 502 West Texas, 575-746-3456.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin & Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin & Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin & Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Mariner Park, KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com. Joby Hodling and Lee Johnson. Esteban Mariscal at the plate. He is 0 for 1. He struck out swinging his first time through against Byers. Now he's going to face Pacheco, and he looks at the bouncer outside for ball 1.
Yeah, Dalen throwing lots of curveballs. He's got really sharp breaking ball, and he's been throwing it for strikes, and letting his fastball work off of that.
Here's the 1-0. There's the fastball. Was that another breaking ball? That's fastball that time, wasn't it? Strike 1 as he swung through it. Caught that outside edge. I think if he hadn't have swung, it'd have been called a strike. 1-1 to count. Pacheco taking a look into Usherwood. He gets his pitch. Usherwood sets up on that outside edge. Here's the pitch. Curveball. Didn't break enough. Ball 2. So our defense, we have Destin Pacheco out and right, Jet Whitmire in left, and Frankie Galindo up the middle and center. Byers, Fuentes, Beauregard, and Huffman third to first. Usherwood catching Pacheco. Swing. That's a line driver. It's a line drive, and going down to almost one knee, Jack Byers for out number 1.
Yeah, Jack had to stay down. It wasn't hit real hard. He got jammed a little bit, but Jack stayed with it. Had his nose right on the baseball.
Number 6, Ezra Sainz.
All right, so Ezra Sainz steps in from the left side. He's 0 for 1. Struck out swinging when he faced Byers. Now he'll face Pacheco. Bats from the left. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. On deck is Ortega, and in the hole Sutton for the Deming Wildcats. Number 4 ranked team according to Max Preps, coming into tonight's matchup with the Bulldogs. Good pitch, down and in, but he didn't go for it. Ball 1, 1-1 now the count. I keep deciding, Lee probably thinks I'm crazy. You fans can't see it, but I keep taking my glasses off, putting them back on, So I got some glasses. I'll tell you about them here in a minute. 1-1 the count, 1 out. Here's the pitch. That's outside and high, ball 2. So I'm old enough now. I had to have readers. Small print. I have a hard time seeing. So I have some readers everywhere I go. I've got them sitting everywhere. I'll tell the rest of the story after this. Here comes the pitch. Usherwood sets up on the outside edge to the lefty. Swing. It's a slow roller. Byers going to have to hurry. And he left the ball. Is that going to be a infield single? Or is it an error? That's a tough play, but...
Yeah, I'm going to give him a hit.
Okay.
You know, Jack just came up off the ball just a hair soon. It'd have been a close play.
Well, Sainz down at first now after the infield single. Kind of a bunt. It was a swinging bunt's what it was. At the plate now is Ortega. He's the DH. He'll step in. Usherwood steps up on the outside edge. Here's the pitch. Good. Going to be a line drive, and... Did he catch it? Well, just in case, he turns it and safe at first, but out at second. Boy, I guess because of the dust on my windows, I'm having a hard time seeing, but it must have bounced right into the glove.
It did. It short hopped his glove. Wasn't hit very hard.
So, fielder's choice. So out at second base, here's the pitch to the next batter. Runner's off and running. That's going to be thrown behind. It's going to get through to center field, but a runner will stay where he's at.
Yeah, not especially. The catcher, Usherwood, acted like he was surprised. I didn't hear anybody. Of course, we've got these earphones on. I guess we could hear him if they, usually the dugouts, he's going or stealing or whatever.
Yeah, I didn't hear it either. All right, 1-0 count to Sutton. There's a swing. That's going to be a little
tough
blue.
play. Going to be a tough play.
Fuentes does an excellent job out at first.
Good
wow.
play.
So for those of you watching on the radio, the reason Lee said that was a tough play is why. Tell them what just happened.
Well, it was I call it a Baltimore chop, real high chop, hit one hop in front of the plate, and when it hopped again, it hopped just on the grass edge of the infield, and Jet was coming hard, and if he'd have bobbled, he'd have been safe, and he didn't. Made a good exchange, quick throw, good strong. Jet's got a strong arm, so anyway, great play by Jet.
One hit, no runs, no errors, and one runner left on base. 8-0 going into the bottom of the fourth. We'll be back.
Your heart works hard for you. Show it some love during American Heart Month at the Artesia Family Health Center. Your primary care doctor can support your comprehensive health needs with disease prevention and treatment. Heart disease is often preventable by making smart lifestyle choices, including routine healthcare visits. A healthier heart means a healthier you. Call the Artesia Family Health Center today at 575-746-9848 to schedule your appointment. At Presbyterian Medical Service, our purpose is you.
Some wounds need expert care to heal properly. At Artesia General Hospital's Wound Care and Hyperbaric Medicine Center, we use advanced treatments like hyperbaric oxygen therapy to help chronic wounds heal faster. If you or a loved one has a wound that won't heal, call 575-736-8235 today and take the first step toward recovery.
Check out the savings this week.
All right, we're back here. I'm going to finally finish my story. So I need readers. And so I thought, you know what? I wear sunglasses. So I saw these readers where the top half is clear glass, the bottom half you can get the, like mine are 1.5, I think, readers.
Oh, yeah.
And then in the sun, they're supposed to fade. So I thought I can just wear them full time because I wear sunglasses. And man, they're kind of it's not as clear cut as you would think. So I get kind of dizzy because anyway, plus with the dust on the windows.
Don't get dizzy going down the stairs out of the press box.
I'll kill somebody. break some stuff. First pitch, called strike one on Galindo. Caught the outside edge. He kind of squared around to bunt, and then he pulled back. Strike one. Galindo's 1 for 2. He's got a fly out and a single as he steps in to face Donaldson. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, fouled off to the right side and out of play. Strike two.
Yeah, sometimes, Frankie tried to, and the third baseman did come in. Maybe because he comes in a couple of 2 steps or a step and a half that it limits his range a little bit. But 2 strikes, he's going to be playing back now.
Here's the pitch. Swung on. That's a rip. That went off the pitcher's glove, and it knocked it down just enough. Boy, he almost didn't get him. Frankie was flying down the line, but it is out number 1.
If you run hard on every ball, good things can happen sometimes. That's a really close play because he ran it out.
All right, and that'll bring Jet Fuentes to the plate. He's 1 for 2. He doubled his first time up, and he flew out in shallow right center field his second time. He is stepping in on the right side to face Donaldson with 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. And the pitch swung on. That's a well-hit ball. Can the right fielder get there? He will. Nice play out there. He kind of played him over that way because we've been pulling everything, and so out number 2.
Yeah, nice play. And with the wind blowing out of the south like that, a lot of times teams on our field, they'll play that right fielder too deep. They've got him positioned pretty well, just about right.
And he's not playing over on the line. Their pitcher's not overpowering us.
Right.
Yeah, he's kind of shaded. He's not real shaded to center, but a little bit.
So in baseball, Joby, they're going to hit more in between in the alleys than they are down the lines. That's why if you watch pro games or college games or whatever, the guys are playing more towards the alleys than they are down the lines. That's just the percentages.
Yeah. Well, Byers back up to – he's 0 for 0. He's walked twice, and then he just saw a pitch he liked. He swung at it, hit it off the end of the bat for foul ball, strike 1. 2 down, and Bulldog's going to try to get a 2-out rally going again. That ball is called. Strike 2. Just a fastball, kind of up, but just caught the top end of the strike zone.
Yeah, Jack thought that one was a ball, I think. I mean, it was right there at the top of the zone.
All right, here's the 0-2. Swung on, pop fly will get out of play on the right side, so the count remain 0-2.
So this kid pitching now, he seems like he's warmed up pretty good. He's thrown some decent pitches against us.
Really has. It's number 15, Cole Donaldson. He came in off of the bench. He wasn't in the field anywhere, and he came in, and he didn't get a lot of pitches when he warmed up because he warmed up playing catch.
Right.
Catcher stood up, and they just threw it hard back and forth a few times. He got about 3 pitches or 4 actual pitches, but, yeah, he settled in. Here's the wind in the pitch. 0-2 the count, 2 down. That's going to be strike. Well, he called that a strike just a minute ago. The pitcher thought it was again. He kind of hopped.
That was almost the same pitch, wasn't it?
It was pretty close. Ball 1, 1-2. The pitcher, Donaldson thought it was. He kind of hopped thinking he had him.
Good take by Jack.
1-2 the count. Byer steps back in. Here's the pitch. Swung on. He hit it hard, really hard. Left fielder. It hung up because of that wind, but, man, he hit that on the nose. That might have been gone without the wind, but it's out number 3. So the Bulldogs go down in order. 1, 2, 3. No hits, no runs, no errors, and nobody left on base. The score remains 8-0. Bulldogs after 4. We'll be back top of the 5th coming at you.
Some wounds need expert care to heal properly. At Artesia General Hospital's Wound Care and Hyperbaric Medicine Center, we use advanced treatments like hyperbaric oxygen therapy to help chronic wounds heal faster. If you or a loved one has a wound that won't heal, call 575-736-8235 today and take the first step toward recovery.
Check out the savings this week at Fenn's Country Market in Artesia. Select cans of Libby's vegetables are 5 for $5. Cans of Food Club chili with or without beans are $1.88 each. In produce, 1-pound packages of strawberries are 2 for $4. And large green bell peppers are 3 for $1. In the meat department, family packs of choice sirloin steaks are $5.99 a pound. And family packs of fryer drumsticks or thighs are 99 cents a pound. Those are some of the savings this week at Fenn's Country Market in Artesia.
Next up the bat, number 3, Jose Duran.
All right, top of the 5th inning. Jose Duran will lead things off. He's 0 for 1 on a little bunt pop fly that ended up being a double play in foul territory. As Usherwood jumped up, caught it, and threw it down to first. They were trying to bunt and run, and he'll call time as Pacheco was in the stretch. He's looking into his catcher, Usherwood. Comes set, and the pitch. Swing the foul ball off to the left side, strike 1. I'm going to ask a question, Coach.
Okay.
A lot of our pitchers pitch out of the stretch, regardless. Now, is that something that what's the? Tell the audience why we would do that.
You know, there's just, and even nowadays the windups is simplified, but some guys just feel more comfortable. There's less movement. All you have to do is lift your knee and then go to the plate, which that's what we're doing. And you know, if you can throw more strikes like that, then touche, do it.
Okay, well, he just threw another strike,
right.
Swing and a miss on a curveball down and in. 0-2 the count, nobody out. First batter here in the top of the 5th is Duran. He's going to wave at that one. Strike out. And strike out swinging for out number 1.
Really good curveball.
Yeah, he threw back-to-back. One was down and in. That one was outside in. Started outside and then broke in over the plate to the left-hander.
Right.
And he just waved at it for out number 1. So that's going to bring Daniel Portis to the plate, the catcher. He's batting in the 8-hole. He's 0 for 1. Grounded out to Fuentes, his first time through. Pacheco comes set. Usherwood sets up on the outer half. There's a good curveball. It's going to be a chopper. Byers comes charging in. Man, look at that bullet. He got him. It must have been a little out to the right side because Huffman had to kind of stretch that way, but he throws BBs.
He threw that one hard. I'm not sure the Huffman kid, the first baseman, stretched a little too soon.
Yeah. And
anyway, he made the play. That's all that counts.
Yeah, 5-3 the put out and 2 down quickly here in the top of the 5th inning. That was the 27th pitch for Pacheco.
Okay.
So we'll keep track of that pitch count. At the plate is Olvera, the center fielder. He'll look at ball 1. I thought there was something to it about that they, and you kind of did say this, but you also said how they feel. I thought maybe it helped them stay more in control by not pitching out of the windup. Maybe the coaches were telling them to do it. That's what I'm getting at.
Right.
But maybe not.
And I don't know if they are or not.
Right. Here's a swing and a miss on a good pitch. I thought I heard a tip, but either way, strike 1. 1-1 now the count to Oliveira. On deck is the top of the order, Max Allison, and in the hole, Daniel Mosier. Pacheco takes a look. Usherwood sets up. He's saying high and in is where he wants it. Here's the pitch. Foul ball off to the right side. That was just a straight down the middle strike, but a foul ball.
Yeah, good velocity on that fastball. He was, he's been throwing a lot of curveballs, so they're kind of sitting on that, and then they're tardy. He's got a good fastball, don't get me wrong. But
tonight, curveball has been his pitch.
Right, no. And the fastball makes it look that fastball that much quicker.
Yeah, he was definitely behind it. He got his bat on it, but it was well behind. Hit it way out to the right, out of play. And we got some guys throwing over here in our bullpen. Looks like Campbell maybe, one of them.
Right.
All right, here's the 1-2 curveball that hits him in the head. I'm giggling. I know you don't like to see a kid get hit by a pitch, but I think he's okay. But it just looked funny the way it came off his head. And he's kind of shaking his head a little bit. That rang his bell. So hit by pitch puts a runner down at first base and gets us to the top of the order for the Deming Wildcats as he takes his helmet off and takes a stroll down there. Hard pitch. I think it was a curveball that didn't break, but he threw it hard.
He must have answered the coach right. He asked him how many fingers or whatever. He must have said the right answer.
Yeah, because he's letting him just shake it off and stay in.
Yeah. Better to be hit by a curveball than a fastball.
I'm telling you, I don't want to be hit by nothing. I'm a sissy. I'm a fragile flower, as they would say. A tulip. I bruise real easy, Coach.
Okay, all right.
I'm telling you. All right, so we got 2 down. Runner at first base was the number 9 hitter. That brings their number 1 hitter to the plate, Allison. He's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. First pitch he sees is a great pitch, strike 1.
They've been successful 2 other times stealing. I thought he might steal this guy, but we'll see. We'll see.
Pacheco to the plate. Another good pitch. Just missed. I waited because I thought it might have caught the outside corner, but it didn't. Ball 1, 1-1. 2 down. Allison at the plate, the leadoff batter. He is 2 for 2. Mosier and Mariscal waiting over in the wings. Next 2 batters. Here's the pitch. That one caught the inside corner, strike 2.
Nice pitch.
Yeah. That looked like a fastball that just was kind of running in on the batter.
Away with the curveball, then all of a sudden he kind of busts you in with that fastball. That's tough to pull the trigger on.
Yep, 1-2 the count as Pacheco comes set after taking a peek over to first. Here's the pitch. Curveball got him to pop the fly over our heads for a foul ball strike. And the monkeys came out. Ooh, ah!
Yeah, they did. Man, we got a zoo over here, don't we?
I'm telling you. Jeffrey's sitting right down there.
Yep.
He said, yep, I'm part of the zoo.
Yep.
1-2 the count, 2 down. Good pitch. Got him off the end of his inside, and that's going to be out number 3. Pacheco, 1-3 the put out.
Nice pitch.
Really good pitch. Running in on him. He kind of check swinged. He caught it right off his hands, and that's out number 3. So no hits, no runs, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Bulldogs lead going into the bottom half of the 5th inning. A score 8-0. We'll be back.
Picture this. You're behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor. You're effortlessly breaking ground, moving piles of rocks just by moving a lever, and enjoying the sun as you clear brush across your pasture. We could keep trying to put you in the moment, but to really understand what this feels like, you just have to get in the seat.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
The Artesia Historical Museum and Arts Center now has their very own website. Visit artesiamuseum.org to stay up to date on events and exhibits. Look through historical photos of Artesia, submit research requests, and more. For information, please call 575-748-7345. Stop by the Artesia Historical Museum and Arts Center at 505 West Richardson Avenue or online at artesiamuseum.org. Open Tuesday through Saturday from 9 to 4. This ad paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
All right, we're back here at the ballpark. The Artesia Bulldogs leading 8-0, and Dalen Pacheco, the pitcher, steps in. He is 0 for 2, reached on a couple errors, and he got hit by the pitch, so he'll lead off with a hit by pitch to start things off here in the bottom of the 5th.
Sometimes baggy jerseys are good. That caught his jersey there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it hurt him, but you're right. Caught the jersey, and so he goes down to first. He's going to be courtesy run for him. That's going to be, is that number 6?
It is.
So that's going to be Derek Warren coming in again. I plugged in my phone with it not plugged into anything. It didn't start charging. It's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not the brightest star in the sky.
But you're a fragile flower.
But I am a fragile flower. All right, at the plate for the Bulldogs.
Warren got a giant lead over there.
Oh, and he just got back, too.
Yeah, that's a
close.
really big lead.
He might be going.
Yeah, I don't know. If Coach tried to score 2 and end the game, 2 runs and the game's over. So,
or if he's just messing with the pitcher.
Yeah.
Time called.
We can't get Coach trying to give some signals, and we're kind of confused a little bit. So
that's early in the season.
Right.
Prone to happen, I think. Pacheco has hit the ball hard, but both times there were errors that he reached on, so he's 0 for 2 as he steps back in on the right side with Warren down there courtesy running with a giant lead again. He's back in safely as he dives back. On deck is Brant Usherwood, and in the hole, Jet Whitmire for Artesia. 8-0 is our score, bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch. Throw down, that sails into right field. Derek's going to get up and go to second base on the overthrow. Error by the catcher. Ball 1 at the plate. And what did I do here? I did something wrong. So at the plate is Pacheco, right?
No, it's Brent Usherwood, number 7.
Oh, yeah, Dalen got hit by pitch.
Right, yes.
I forgot to score it on my score sheet. Good grief.
I was trying to point it out to you without saying it, but.
Thank you. You should have said, hey, Bozo, change that. All right, so it was there's a big swing and a strike 1. 1-1 now the count to Brant.
I don't think Brant knows not how to swing hard.
He swings hard.
He swings hard. He's a big old strong guy.
Yep. Another swing and foul ball.
Tied him up with the fastball.
Yeah, good pitch and inside. He got a piece of it, but straight down. So Warren standing at second with nobody out. 1-2 the count to Usherwood. Donaldson takes a long look back now to the pitch. Swung on. That's a base hit. Let's see if they send him. And he is going to send him. He's going to come in as the left fielder kind of bobbled it. But that's a no-out single and an RBI as Derek Warren scores. The Bulldogs now lead 9-0.
We're in a good spot, Joby, with no outs and he's not in scoring position yet, but runner on.
Yeah, and it's going to be Campbell coming in to run, and he's got some wheels. We're going to have another change. We're going to take another break, pitching change. We'll come back and give you where they go when we get back. It's 9-0 Bulldogs, bottom of the 5th. Nobody out and a runner at first.
Attention sports fans! Come explore Carlsbad Ford's huge inventory. From sleek sedans to rugged trucks, Carlsbad Ford has a huge variety of vehicles to fit your lifestyle. The best cars, the best trucks. Come find out why Carlsbad Ford is the best in southeastern New Mexico.
Oh, yeah!
At Carlsbad Ford Lincoln, their team is dedicated to helping you find the perfect vehicle with the best offers available. Carlsbad Ford, 2802 West Pierce, a proud supporter of high school sports.
Springtime is coming quickly, and that means it's time for the Spring Open House for high school students and their parents at Eastern New Mexico University. Join us Saturday, March 22nd, as we welcome potential students and their family members to campus. ENMU will feature campus tours, opportunities to meet with current students and professors, information on scholarships, and chances to win great prizes. Sign up today at enmu.edu/open house. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success. That's what we're about. Sometimes that dog barking is an Artesia Bulldog preparing for victory. Most of the time, however, it's probably just the
beside the pitcher. Isaac Martinez has come in to pitch, big number 99. And I'm not sure Donaldson may just went back to the bench. I can't tell on their numbers. These numbers are hard to read on their jerseys.
They're pretty difficult.
I didn't finish telling. I talked about the Bulldogs wearing the white with the black pinstripes and black undershirts, but Deming is wearing black. And their maroon undershirts and their maroon numbers, but they kind of blend in. It's hard for me to tell. So number 1, Mosier goes to shortstop, and that might be Donaldson at third.
I think it is.
Okay,
is he number 3 or I think that was 3.
Let me see if I can find him again. Well, no. Was it 3? It wasn't 15 then.
No. It's a single digit.
First pitch is high over his head. Runner goes, and Campbell steals second pretty easy. It was a tough pitch for the catcher. It was high and over the head of the batter. So
base hit could end the game right here.
Yep. So Campbell comes into courtesy run. I hadn't made that change yet. He goes to on ball 1 with Whitmire at the plate. He goes to second. That pitch is ball 2. So 2-0 the count to Whitmire. He's 2 for 2. He's got a single and a double.
Okay.
Does Jet. So if he does it again, we're going to be ball game. It's 9-0. Nobody out. Campbell with a huge lead at second. Big cut for Jet, but he comes up empty.
Yeah, that wasn't a real good pitch to swing at, and I think Jet knows that was probably a ball. He just swung just a little over aggressive.
Yeah, it was one of those high and tight ones that he didn't want to lay off of.
Right.
All right, so 2-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on. He hit it hard, but it's foul down the right side and out of play, so strike 2. 2-2 now the count for Whitmire. Again, he's 2 for 2. He had a single and a double, and either one of those probably ends the ball game as Charlie has a lot of speed, and he's getting a humongous lead down there at second. Let's see if he does it again. 2-2 the count, nobody out. Whitmire, Campbell's not getting quite the lead. Here's the pitch, down and in. Kind of squirts away from the catcher, but Campbell stays put. Full count now of Jet. 9-0. We're in the bottom of the 5th, so as Lee said, this runner at second gets across the plate. That'll be the ball game, 10 after 5. Martinez comes set, takes a look back. Here's the pitch. Bounces it up there. It's ball 4. Whitmire will go. They're going to throw behind Campbell, but not in time. So runners at first and second with Aiden Huffman come to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out. His first at bat. He came in to first base whenever we made that change after 39 pitches from Byers. That's why he's got fewer at bats. So if you're just joining us and you're going, how'd that happen? He came in the, I think it was the top of the bottom of the 3rd, I believe. Maybe the top of the 4th. Martinez to the plate. He squares the bunt. Pop fly. It goes over there toward the first base dugout. Bulldogs dugout for a strike 1 foul ball. When you're bunting it, you don't want to get under it. You want to get on top of it.
You want to bunt it on the ground. Yeah, you're setting up a, possible double play.
Which we saw the Bulldogs pull.
Right.
All right, going to turn and throw it back, and the shortstop doesn't catch it, but it falls right there at his feet, so Campbell will stay put. On deck for the Bulldogs, Destin Pacheco, and in the hole, Caden Beauregard. Runners at first and second. Campbell's off and running. He's going to bunt that. He had to fight it off his head Going to throw it down. That's going to be the ball game, folks, as Campbell will come in to score on the error. Goes through the glove of the second baseman at first base.
That was self-defense, Joby.
That was a self-defense.
He was trying to get out of the way.
I'm telling you. So let's see here. Let's see. So he bunts it, and but he reaches. Let's see. How do I want to score this? He gets home on the error.
Yeah.
And the error's on the pitcher, going into third base on the same error and being at first base on the same error. And that's the ball game. The Artesia Bulldogs 10, the Deming Wildcats 0. Bulldogs end up scoring 10 runs on, looking for the at-bats, the hits here, on 8 hits, 10 runs, 8 hits. There were 3 errors on the Deming Wildcats. And the Bulldogs again win. To see Jack Byers, I think, gets the win. He pitched 39 pitches, had 2.67 innings pitched, had 13 balls, 26 strikes, 39 pitches, gave up no runs, so he had a 0 earned run average, 4 strikeouts. Dalen Pacheco came in. He pitched 2 1/3. He had 36 pitches, 24 of which were strikes. He also had a 0 earned run average. And so Artesia wins 10-0, and that sets up tomorrow's game. Lee, I think we play at 7, and we're taking on the Roswell Coyotes.
Roswell Coyotes, and they're scrappy. They were down the whole game today and came back and kept chipping away, and finally scored 5 in the 6th, and to put away the
Los Alamos Hilltoppers.
Los Alamos Hilltoppers, yeah.
Yeah, because Los Alamos had a lead,
yes,
and had a pretty commanding lead, and I think it was 7-1 at one time.
Yep.
And they chipped away, as you said, 2, 2, 2, and then 5, and they end up winning 10-7 or 10-8. Los Alamos got 1
right
in the top of the 7th. But that sets up a familiar foe. We're Roswell 5A, and we're 4A, but we see them every year. They're just up the road. And so tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, Lee and I will be here. Come out to the ballpark.
We're going to be here at 4, too.
And we're going to be here at 4 also,
Yes.
is what we're thinking. And so who's that game
that's a positive. That's Goddard versus Lovington.
Okay, so Goddard-Lovington at 4 o'clock. That's the winning bracket. And then at 7, the Artesia Bulldogs and the Roswell Coyotes. So really everybody that we normally see is who we'll be calling. So on behalf of Jeffrey Curtis, our producer, and, of course, my partner Lee Johnson, this is Joby Hodling saying have a great night. We'll see you at the ballpark tomorrow afternoon.